The tale of Nala and Damayanti is one of the most beloved love stories from ancient Indian literature, appearing in the Nalopakhana section of the epic Mahabharata. In the kingdom of Vidarbha ruled King Bhima, whose daughter Damayanti was renowned throughout the land for her exceptional beauty and virtue. So extraordinary was her loveliness that even the swans of the lake would sing her praises. Her fame spread far and wide across all the kingdoms of ancient India. In the neighboring kingdom of Nishadha ruled King Nala, a man of impeccable character, skilled in the arts of war and statesmanship. He was handsome, truthful, and devoted to the gods. Upon hearing tales of Damayanti's beauty from golden swans, Nala fell in love with her without having seen her. One day, Nala caught a beautiful swan with golden wings. The swan, capable of human speech, offered to be Nala's messenger if released. Upon being freed, the swan flew to Vidarbha and spoke to Damayanti about Nala's virtues and good looks. Hearing these descriptions, Damayanti fell in love with Nala, sight unseen. When Damayanti came of age, King Bhima arranged a Swayamvara, a ceremony where a princess chooses her husband from assembled suitors. Kings and princes from all corners of the earth gathered, hoping to win Damayanti's hand. Even the gods, Indra, Agni, Varuna, and Yam, came down to earth, desiring to marry her. Learning of the gods' intentions, Nala was disheartened but agreed to be their messenger to Damayanti when they approached him. Despite Nala conveying the gods' proposal, Damayanti remained steadfast in her love for him and told him she would choose only him at the Swayamvara. On the day of the Swayamvara, the four gods assumed Nala's exact appearance to confuse Damayanti. Faced with 5 identical figures, Damayanti prayed for a sign to identify her true love. Noticing subtle differences, the gods did not cast shadows, their feet didn't touch the ground, their garlands remained ever fresh, and their eyes did not blink. Damayanti identified the real Nala and garlanded him, choosing him as her husband. The gods, impressed by Damayanti's devotion and Nala's virtue, blessed the couple with gifts. Indra promised that Nala would always see his duty clearly. Agni promised he would be present wherever Nala wished. Yam blessed him with subtle taste in food, and Varuna promised water at his command. The couple returned to Nishadha, where they ruled justly and had 2 children. However, their happiness was not to last. Kali, the personification of the evil age, became jealous that he couldn't attend Damayanti's Swayamvara. He waited 12 years for Nala to make a mistake and found an opportunity when Nala failed to perform a ritual purification. Kali possessed Nala and induced his brother Pushkara to challenge him to a game of dice. Under Kali's influence, Nala lost everything, his kingdom, his wealth, and his royal attire, to Pushkara. Banished with only a single garment between them, Nala and Damayanti wandered into the forest. Tormented by hunger and shame, and still under Kali's influence, Nala abandoned Damayanti while she slept, believing she would be better off without him. When Damayanti awoke alone, she was devastated, and began searching frantically for her husband, facing numerous perils in the wilderness. After many hardships, Damayanti was rescued by merchants and eventually made her way to the kingdom of Chedi, where she served as a lady-in-waiting to the queen. She eventually managed to send word to her father, who retrieved her and brought her back to Vidarbha. Meanwhile, Nala rescued a serpent king named Karkotka from a fire, who bit him as a blessing in disguise. The bite transformed Nala into a dwarf named Bahuka, unrecognizable to all. Karkotka explained that the poison would drive Kali out of his body and gave him knowledge of horses and dice. Nala, as Bahuka, became the charioteer to King Rituparna of Ayodhya, renowned for his mathematical and gambling skills. Still searching for her husband, Damayanti announced another Swayamvara. Rituparna decided to attend and asked Bahuka to drive him to Vidarbh in a single day. Through his mastery of horses, Bahuka accomplished this incredible feat. Rituparna taught Bahuka the secrets of dice in exchange for knowledge about horses. With this knowledge, Kali's influence left Nala completely. Damayanti suspected Bahuka was Nala through various signs: his extraordinary skill with horses, the magical appearance of food, and the height at which the smoke rose when he cooked. She sent her children to meet him, and Bahuka's emotional reaction confirmed her suspicions. After an emotional reunion, Nala reverted to his true form. With his newfound skill in dice, he challenged Pushkara to another game and won back his kingdom. In a show of magnanimity, he forgave his brother. Nala and Damayanti returned to their kingdom, ruling with wisdom and compassion. Thank you for joining us on this timeless journey. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to listen to more inspiring stories from the Itihasas, Vedas, Puranas, and Upanishads.